और अला इन्ना नसरुल्लाह करीब, याद रखो कि अल्लाह की मदद यकीनन करीब है, कि जहाँ फ़िज़ा और पुरशौकत आवाज़ भी हम सुनेंगे। और इन्ना फ़ताहना लका फ़तहन मुबीना की खुशखबरी अपनी आँखों से देखेंगे। बस खुदा के हुज़ूर झुक जाएं और अपने खुदा जो सब ताकतों का मालिक है, जो मुजीब दावात है, उसके हुज़ूर इस तरह चिल्लाएं कि अर्श के किंगरे भी हिलने लगें। अल्लाह ताला मुझे भी और आपको भी ऐसी दुआओं की तौफीक अता फरमाए।
ऐ शमा देख फिर तेरे परवाने आ गए, बंधन तमाम तोड़ के दीवाने आ गए। ऐ शमा देख फिर तेरे परवाने आ गए, बंधन तमाम तोड़ के दीवाने आ गए।
Blama is a big town. It has a population of over 8,000 people. The name Blama actually means a place where there is split. That is to say, it is a junction from where you can get to different places, important places. From Blama, you can get to Kenema, to Freetown, to Boajibu, and elsewhere. Blama in the olden days had many international business organizations. They had the USC, they had PZ, they had the French company, and many Lebanese were there. However, with time, the international business organizations phased out, but the Lebanese were still there. The town still boomed in business. But for the rebel incursion, the Lebanese had to leave. And when they went, they could not return. So today, although business is going on in Blama, but not as much as it was before the rebel incursion. The main activities of the people of Blama is trade, that is, business people as well as farmers.
आ गए, गिर पड़ के तेरे दर पे है मस्ताने आ गए। ऐ शमा, ऐ शमा।
Of course, religiously, there are two main religious groups in Blama: Christianity and Islam. Of course, naturally in Blama, some people, although they may be Muslims or Christians, there are yet some that practice traditional activities. For example, they have some belief in witchcraft and some other, superstitious, they have some other superstitious beliefs. Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat reached Blama in the early 40s through Pakistani missionaries, two Pakistani missionaries, Maulvi Nazir Ahmad Ali and Maulvi Muhammad Siddiq, who were based in Bo. At one time, that was in 1942, they made a tour to Levuma and Bado. While they were returning from Levuma and Bado, they decided to have a brief stopover at Blama. In Blama, they obtained permission from the then paramount chief, Chief Lai Benya, so that he could allow them to assemble the people and talk to them. The paramount chief allowed them to do that. On that day, they were able to win over the heart of some people. They did not permanently stay in Blama, they returned, but they paid intermittent visit to Blama and then talked to the people. Later on, it was in 1951 that they decided to send a resident missionary to Blama. That was in the person of Maulvi Musa Lahai Suwa.
My father was Maulvi Musa Lahai Suwa, who was a born native of Pujan district in the Bandajuma Soa, and Orthodox Malikia Muslim. Though he was an opponent, a bitter opposition to the Ahmadiyya Jamaat, but through the preaching of late Alhaji Nazir Ahmad Ali, my father was finally convinced to accept Ahmadiyya. There he signed Bayat and became an Ahmadi.
When he came, he based at Lime or Futa, but the two villages are very close. There, he moved and then propagated the Islamic religion as well as Ahmadiyya to other parts of the Small Bo Chiefdom.
From village to village, house to house, preaching the message. Even he went beyond the chiefdom, and a lot of trials, humiliation was going around him. People were even giving him place to sleep, giving him fines for calling azan, sometimes even drive him out of the village. But he undergo all those sufferings for the truth to prevail. So when my father continued his preaching, he met an elderly person who was Pafode Kuruma. He was an Ahmadi before, so he joined him in his preaching, and they later went to the PC, the paramount chief, and gave him the message. And the paramount chief, although he did not accept Ahmadiyya, but he realized the truth and became sympathizer. And through his influence, a land was allocated to my father.
Well, the Ahmadiyya mission must have entered this chiefdom probably way back in the 40s during my grandfather, Paramount Chief Lahad Damia Benya. But it really got hold, I would say, in the 50s when my father was Paramount Chief at that time, from 1952. And the mission was given land, and they had built a mosque, and later on they built a school, and we had students attending the school that was built by the mission. It started back in the 50s. A very strong Paramount Chief from Simbaru Chiefdom in Boijabu, Paramount Chief Kenewa Gamanga. He was really the backbone behind the mission in this part of the country. And he remained a very loyal or devoted person to the religion up to the time of his death.
The paramount chief told my father to build the house closer to his house. And there my father built his house and the mosque for the community.
Alongside preaching, the urge came that, well, Islam is being preached, Ahmadiyyat is being preached. But at that time, there was no Islamic school in the whole chiefdom. So there were only Christian schools, the Roman Catholic school, and then the Anglican school. And naturally, pupils that attended those schools were forced to go to church. And for some, they were even converted to Christianity. Muslim parents did not want that one, since Maulvi Musa Sowa had introduced Ahmadiyyat and preaching Islam. They requested if a Muslim school could be opened.
So since we don't have building for the school, so my father decided to open classes in the mosque.
In 1963, the Ahmadiyya Primary School was started as the first Islamic school in the area.
Because of the continuous preaching by my late father, a new convert, born native of Blama, by the name of Pa Ibrahim Jusu, coming from a well-known family. He and his family accepted Ahmadiyya. And later on, they donated a very big piece of land for the school and the mosque.
Like in the case of the primary school, there was a need for an Islamic secondary school because only a Christian school run by the Catholic Mission was run as a secondary school in Blama and in the Small Bo Chiefdom as a whole. So the Ahmadiyya Muslim Secondary School Blama started as the first Islamic secondary school in the chiefdom, in Blama particularly. And since then, the school is running there. The introduction of Ahmadiyyat is a big blessing for the Blama settlement and for the people of Blama as a whole. And the blessing is in different folds. Religiously, those people that have accepted the fold of Ahmadiyyat have dropped these superstitious beliefs, fetish activities, and those other things that are un-Islamic.
Before accepting Ahmadiyyat, whenever any trials came my way, I used to go to the soothsayers to know the cause, and sometimes I used to curse those who had offended me. Later, I started taking advice from the imams. But now, Ahmadiyyat has taught me that we should put all our trust in Allah the Almighty and state all our matters to Allah in prayers. And that is what I am doing now. They said to me, as long as you have said you are an Ahmadi, you have to leave all your positions, which I accepted. I said to them, this leadership is only for this world and not the hereafter. I have to hold religion strongly. Apart from that, I was also a stakeholder in town. But since I accepted Ahmadiyyat, they have taken all the positions from me. Although I don't have any positions now, but Alhamdulillah, I am happy that I am a Muslim, and I pray that I die as a Muslim.
Whenever I'm passing, people will ask me, you have joined that Jamaat, that's why it's not good though. You have joined that Jamaat, it is not good. It is good for you to come and pray with us. I say it is true, but I have to join that particular Jamaat because that particular Jamaat, whenever they talk, they make mention to the Holy Quran. Anytime they talk, they make mention to the Holy Quran. And I am going to listen to the Holy Quran.
Because during the time when we are not Ahmadi, we are praying in the Malikiya mosques, most of the things were not openly revealed to us. But when I started praying with Jamaat Ahmadiyya, I started reading their books, I started following their doctrines, I saw a whole lot of changes in my life. Even then, until I complete secondary school, I went to college, completed college, but I was still eager for me to read the Holy Quran. So I started learning the Asana Quran. It's unbelievable that I learned the Asana Quran within a month. Within 1 month, I completed the Asana Quran and I started the recitation of the Holy Quran. So joining Ahmadiyya motivated me to learn about the Holy Quran.
Even though that are non-Ahmadis, they have learned from Ahmadiyyat, the teachings of Ahmadiyyat, the practices of the Ahmadis, and they have accepted, although they have not accepted Ahmadiyyat, some even openly say that we know the teachings of Ahmadiyyat is very, very correct, and therefore we are following what they are doing. For example, before Ahmadiyyat, people did not believe in calling Adhan. Okay? Now Adhan is called all over.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah.
Over 80% of Muslims today fold their arms when they are praying, which they never did. And by that, they criticize even the Ahmadis. And to say Amin after Al-Fatiha, they never did. Today they are doing. And the kind of noise they made in the mosque after the Imam, those they have stopped. That is one benefit Ahmadiyat has brought to the people religiously. The acceptance of the practices of Ahmadiyat, which these non-Ahmadis had condemned before, and they too are practicing now, is an indication that Ahmadiyat is the true Islam that was introduced into the world by the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as prescribed by the Holy Quran.
Alhamdulillah, by the grace of Allah, our Jamaat here have a center box and members are attending their regular 5 daily prayers. Children are attending classes, the Asana Quran, the Salat, the Holy Quran, the religious knowledge. Alhamdulillah, and our activities is fully in force. Parents send their children to attend classes, and children are eager. Even under rain, they come to attend classes.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I dey attend the class every day and I dey read the Yasana Quran.
So I'm glad for now, we begin the land all the time the kind of mosques for land. 4 o'clock, they all in a mosque. Suba hold on, pray on, they learn Asana Quran, they learn Holy Quran, then they last Salat for pray. So Alhamdulillah, I'm glad for we, Ahmadiyya Jamaat don't do this good fitness for we.
उशाक ज़फ़र अपने दिलों की आग जो भड़काने आ गए, अपने दिलों की आग जो भड़काने आ गए। ऐ शमा देख फिर तेरे परवाने आ गए, बंधन तमाम तोड़ के दीवाने आ गए। ऐ शमा देख फिर तेरे परवाने आ गए, बंधन तमाम तोड़ के दीवाने आ गए।